Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. Welcome to Guitar Daily. This is my daily thing I do on YouTube. So today I'll talk about some funk guitar things. I think funk guitar is some of my favorite stuff to do. At heart, I really see myself as a rhythm guitar player. And by that, what I mean is even when I'm playing solos, I'm thinking like rhythm, right? It's like that's my thing. I saw this thing recently of Julian Lage talking about when you hear people, they have their own voice, and what you're hearing when you hear people play is their priorities. And I thought that was really interesting. It was on Adam Levy's channel. I'll show a little bit of that now.
And what we're hearing often is in my opinion, is priorities. You know, we have this hierarchy of, to this player, these things matter. This is first and foremost, it's content, or first and foremost, it's touch, or first and foremost, it's drama, or first and foremost, it's listening, you know, and you kind of, depending on where a player's priorities are, I think it frames the content very differently.
So what I found interesting with this is if you think about that from how people play, like one of my priorities is rhythm. Bar none. All right, it's the thing I think about more than anything. So I thought with funk guitar, I'd talk about that today and kind of how I approach working on it and how I think you could get better at it as well. First thing I'd say is start by just trying to establish a time and a groove, right? So if we got that groove that I just had a minute ago, just do this. Use a metronome. In fact, I'll dial one in now because it keeps me honest. Hopefully you can hear that coming through. Slow it down a bit. This is 100 beats per minute. Alright, so and just get this going until you can feel a groove. And you're locking with the tempo. I saw Tom Bukovac was interviewing acoustic guitar player that he has on the show. It's kind of hard to talk and play. But he was saying, just working on getting this groove happening in your playing. And then let's put an accent on a chord. Whoops. Oh, I should say too. When I play with reverb. When I practice, it's really short like that. Almost even off is better actually. Right? With the reverb off, it'll make you be able to hear every single little detail, so you'll be more accurate. So and sometimes I turn it off on gigs as well, but most of the time when I practice, I'm practicing without reverb. And all I'm doing here is mixing up the groove. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a good exercise to do. Is just count out the beats as you play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll do that in my head. And I'm kind of improvising on it. I'm using that like groove as like my basis and that rhythm part that's going on here. And I'll do that for a while, right? And the whole idea is that I want to get it to the point where I'm not thinking about it anymore. It's feeling right in the pocket. It's grooving, you know what I mean? And then, you know, and that sometimes it can take a little while depending on the day. You know, like even today, it's morning here in New Zealand and I'm feeling a little tired. So it's taking me a minute to kind of warm up. I've played a little bit already, but even then, like really warm up into it. So I'll kind of do that for a little while. And then what I find is the more I do that, the easier it gets, right? The next time I do it, it'll just slot straight into it, right? And I work on that for a while. And then I'll do the same thing, but I do the same thing with like bubblegum guitar parts. So see there, I was kind of rushing a little bit. Wasn't relaxed. And I'm really just trying to relax into it, find a groove, find a pocket. And these are things that I work on all the time. And then the thing that happens is when I solo, the same approach is going on. In my head, it's like I'm hearing dung, 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 dung. I'm hearing those beats. I'm thinking the subdivisions when I solo. And hopefully that comes across to the listener that the rhythm is a priority for everything I do musically. So give those things a try. I can always tell when students have been working on their groove and their stuff because their whole musicality becomes better. Right? If you want to hear some great rhythm, people with great rhythm, and they're great soloists and all that as well, but you can tell their focus is rhythm, go and listen to Mark Lettieri. Mark's a bad dude. Go and listen to Charlie Hunter. Charlie Hunter's a bad dude. You know, that dude can really play pocket stuff. Go and listen to Nile Rodgers. Any of the guitar players that played with James Brown, so Catfish or the like, those guys, just pocket, right? That's what it was all about, right? And like even someone like Mark is a good example. There's a guy who's a good soloist, right? He can really solo, but his solos are coming from a rhythm place. At least is how I hear it. It's his priority. So anyway, make rhythm your priority, and all of your playing will get better. And especially if it's anything groove based. So funk music is really great for it, right? And try different grooves. Like that was one particular tempo. That was 100. Let's crank it up to 120. 25. Choose a random key. This is D. Again, still bone dry, no reverb. And I'll kind of work on those things for a while, and I improvise around it. I'm trying to get the groove there, but I'm also trying to like fit in other things that work with it. So give that a try. Hopefully it helps you playing. If it does, then please share this video with other people. Like the video, that's really useful. If you've got any comments or things you want to say, leave them in the comments below. I really appreciate that. And if you could subscribe, that really helps my channel a lot. My subscriber count is growing, and I appreciate everybody who's taking the time to listen and be involved in what I'm doing here. You all rock. Thanks very much. See you tomorrow. Cheers.